I was in the white light. It was nighttime out, and I was looking. The car was smashed so much that you wouldn't think the person survived in there. My body was leaning against a tree like this, leaning, and my legs were out, and a cop was crouching over me. In my experience, again, it was dark down there. It was all white here. Behind me, there was a big circle of white, a different shade, and within there was like a silhouette of like a full body silhouette of a man, it looked like, with another shade of white radiating off of it. The time, I don't know how long it was. It felt like there was no time. The feeling of it was really the thing that really impressed me. Like, it was just this, always trying to figure it out, but this loving, warm, like, even I say it, this energy starts to come in. It's like being outside. I live near the beach, like being on the beach in the perfect temperature day, where you feel it on your skin. And again, I don't know how long it was. Everything seemed to make sense. It was like I looked at the car, it was fine. My head was smashed open, it was fine. And then the being behind me said, "You have to go back. Your father wants you to stay." Again, it seemed fine. Sometimes people say, "Could you say no?" I didn't even, like, everything just seemed so perfect. The world there, everything. I went back in my body and came 2-3 days later in the hospital. It just felt like, I don't know, see, I say it and like it's almost like the air stands still around me, and that's what it was like. I learned a lot from teachers after. Like, there's a part of like direct transmission from the teachers that is really quite profound. And then I can do that with other people. So I'm kind of used to doing it when I'm talking on the computer because that's how I work. And then it connects me into this energy, and it's like all this information comes in. Most people come to me because they want to feel better, either emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, but physically also. It's like breathing. You don't really think about breathing very much, or something that's just part of who you are that you don't really think about. Just like everything is good, and there's this thing in your heart that is. So when I'm working, I can see that in people right away. It's like, oh, and then I can see, well, this is in the way of them knowing that. And then how do you get them to know that? And within there's usually healing on so many different levels. It's more like just knowing and being a part of it. My heart starts to expand, and part of me is almost like could get to tears, and it's just so beautiful and so wonderful that it is, and everyone says this, and that's part of the description. There's no way to put it into words, and people go, I know. I just get a feeling about it and see what I see, and when the person gets, especially if it's a physical thing and they get better, there's no denying it. I've just had so many experiences where what I do really helps people sometimes make more money, lose weight, fix relationships or leave relationships. Sometimes people come to me, they don't believe in what I do at all, and they get better. I can just see this glorious thing in people, whether they're physically alive or not, and then it's like, oh, then that glorious thing is what God is, and that's in everyone, and there's a connection there. And I work with people all over the world. It's like they're right there, and this energy comes in for them.